Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. And we are waiting for our first participant, who could be tonight. It's Felicia Chan. Hello, Felicia Chan from Malaysia.
Guru Prajan, my practice so far so good. I don't have question at the moment. Thank you, Prajan.
Okay, keep up with your good work.
Yeah, thank you.
Make your mind happy all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Prajan.
You're welcome. Willie from Indonesia.
Good evening, Ajahn. Today I don't have any questions, but just some update. I have found another place which belongs to Ajahn Mongsin's disciple. So he recommends that place if I want to meditate and mountain. So it is not a monastery, but it's more like a place for meditation. No monks staying there. Maybe occasionally there are some people who do a self-retreat. And I heard it is quite quiet in the mountain. And there are some caretakers who can provide the food. So I've never been there, but I think I just give it a try to go there and practice. And hopefully it will be much more conducive than here.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, so I plan to go there after the end of the rain retreat.
Yes, as long as you still haven't found the right place for you, you just have to keep looking.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Gek Yenso from Penang.
Ajahn, good evening. So far, no question, then Ajahn. Yeah. Nice to meet you again tonight.
Okay. Good to see you too. Kenneth from Professor Ken from Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Ajahn.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay, thank you. I have no questions at the moment, Ajahn.
Okay. Keep moving forward then. If you have anything, we can ask later.
Okay.
Okay, Titima from Bangkok.
Don't have any question today, ka.
We still give the precept, the 8 precept?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Continue, ka.
Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Peppa, and Mommy. Peppa, can you hear me? What do you want to show me tonight? More of your writing?
I changed to a new books. I don't know.
Wait, let me...
Yeah, don't have quite time to write.
Good. You understand what you wrote?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
The same time.
You can read it. Hi. In time. Check out.
Good.
Like, I start to do like good things, so my bad dream doesn't quite come now.
Okay, good. Keep do good thing. Don't do bad thing. Don't get angry. Don't bully other people.
Yeah.
Be nice. Be kind to other people.
I feel change, but someone might be like come and angry me. Gonna feel angry, so I try to like be calm.
Be friendly. Treat them as your friend.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Try to do good thing and you'll have good dreams.
Okay.
If you want to have good dreams next time, bring some cookies and give it to your friends in school. And you'll have good dreams. You'll feel good. You'll feel happy. Okay? All right. Anything else, Mama?
Tomorrow, I and Kunjitima will go for retreat from tomorrow till Friday.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Thursday.
The
Where are you
temple,
going?
like Wat Yan.
Go to Wat Yan.
Yeah.
Thursday.
To stay there? Go to stay in Wat Yan or just go for the morning trip, for the day trip?
Thursday.
To stay for 2 nights.
Or 2 nights?
Yeah.
Who's going to stay with Peppa?
Thursday, Friday.
So that
Or Dad, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think after this I cannot go anymore because he's a little bit angry that I will go for a retreat again. As you may know that we have a conflict with this. So
Yeah. He always sometimes.
Well, you have to make understanding with your partner. If he agrees, then you can go. If he doesn't agree, then you might not be able to go. Or take him with you. Take him with you. Say, come with you.
it's not easy because he's not quite like interested in the Buddhist.
Yeah. Like when Dhamma, yeah, he doesn't know.
Yeah, Peppa used to listen to
Dhamma.
the Dhamma chanting, like Ajahn Saro like chanting in the morning, and I let her like listen because she said that if she listened to the Dhamma chanting, she had a good dream.
Like
So
it feel like doesn't have any bad dreams.
yeah, but then when her dad like found out, he's a little bit angry.
And then he said to take it out, take it out.
This is the problem that we face. I know that we already have the karma as ourselves. We cannot choose it.
We
So
cannot change it.
yeah, so we just stay with it.
Okay, just try
Just
to
forget it.
make peace. Don't quarrel. That okay. All right, we'll see you then when you come. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Go to Julia from Colorado. Which is the biggest town you live in? You live near?
Good morning. Good evening, Ajahn. Thank you. There is no big town.
Or city? Denver or
Yeah,
Aspen or where?
Denver is 2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours. That's the nearest big city.
Yeah, maybe there's another one that's 2 hours. So, but I received a package of Dhamma books from Canada, from Sui and Czech, the birthday girl, and I felt so thankful at the act of generosity. I wanted to thank them, but I don't think they're here.
I think they eventually will be here. Maybe they're in the next page. I have to see. Not yet in.
Yeah. I just feeling grateful for Ajahn's good reminder to practice, and I think I'll listen to the questions from the rest of the Sangha. Please.
Okay, good. It's good for you to come and attend the meeting. And let's give you some energy, give you some boost.
Yeah. Okay, be very well.
All right, I'll go to Malaysia with Kafai Lim.
Good day to you, Ajahn. I have no question at this moment. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go to Singapore, Kok Seng.
Good evening, Ajahn. So this evening, just want to update you. I'm able to sit for 3 hours, alternate sitting and walking meditation, but no samadhi at the moment. Just to update. Yeah.
Your mindfulness is not strong enough yet. Your mind still keep running away, right?
Yes, there are still a lot of running thoughts. Yes.
So you have to do more mindfulness during the time when you're not meditating. Mindful from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Try to control your thought, control your mind to stay fixed with one object, such as the mantra, motto, or your body. Then when you meditate, you'll find it more easily to become calm.
Okay, I will continue practicing.
Okay, good.
Yeah. At the same time, I'd like to ask one question which has been bothering me. Every Sunday when I visit my mom, and on the way back, I may go to the hawker center there to eat at one of the dessert stores. And there were times when there is this struggle that this favorite dessert which I like so much, is it a kind of sensual craving in that? So there's this struggle that if I don't eat, then it becomes like, it's like it's a struggle, and if I eat, then finally am I giving into my craving? Yeah, so there's this struggle whether to have that bowl of dessert or not.
Well, it's up to you. If you eat, then you become addicted to it. You'll have to keep eating to keep you happy. But you can resist your temptation. Maybe after a while, your craving might disappear, and you don't need to eat this dish anymore. Then you'll be free from your addiction.
So I was thinking that maybe I should have this bowl of dessert maybe once a month or something like that. So so that at least the dilemma will not be that great. So I'm not so sure whether is that a wise thing to do.
Well, ideally, if it's possible, it's not to eat it at all. If you still crave for it, you can eat after you have no craving. As long as you still have craving, then you should not eat it, because it will keep you addicted. And when you cannot eat, you can become unhappy. So you want to free your mind from being the slave to your dessert, then you have to stop eating it. Okay.
I will try and contemplate over it. Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. We go to Dubai, Aparajita and your friend. Welcome.
Good evening, Ajahn. That's my brother. He's visiting, so I wanted him to join the meeting.
Where did he come from?
I'm from Delhi.
Delhi, okay. Good. Good to see you. Do you have anything you'd like to ask?
How to balance going for long retreats and addressing the problems of samsara at the same time. Sometimes there are unresolved problems in samsara, and that makes me hesitate from going for long retreats. How to deal with this balancing?
Well, it depends on how much you want to solve the problem. You can leave the problem alone and it can solve itself by itself. Because one day you're not going to be here to solve it anyway, right? look at it that way, then you can leave all your problems behind. But if you look at your problem and you feel that you have to solve them, you will have to keep solving them. Why don't you ask yourself, what if you're no longer here on this earth? What will happen to this problem? They will solve themselves eventually, right? So it depends on what you want, the benefit from solving your problem or the benefit from meditating. According to the Buddha, the benefit from meditation is the best benefit. It outweighs every other type of benefit. Because every other type of benefits are all temporary benefits. But the benefit you get from meditation, it is permanent benefit that you can take it with you after you die. Okay. All right. What about you, Aparajita? You have anything?
Not too much, but you remember my little cat Leo? Poor chap, he's kind of sick. So, and I know he's not going to get perhaps better, but I'm okay with it. But can you offer some suggestion how I can care for him?
Well, just normally, just give food and medicine or whatever you can.
Okay.
And just look at it that the body of the cat is just not the cat. The cat is the spirit behind the body. And one day the spirit will have to discard this body. So maybe look at it the other way. It might be good because it's time for it to take a human birth. So it has to leave the animal realm.
Right. Yeah.
We all have to go. As long as we go for the better, then it's worth going. Then going to a worse place, then we should be going.
True.
So it depends on our good and bad karma that will decide where we will go next, better or worse. If our good karma outweighs our bad karma, then we'll go to a better place, better birth. If our bad karma outweighs our good karma, we'll go to a worse place, So it's up to us right now. We can decide how we want to go, better or worse, by doing good or bad karma.
Okay, great.
Follow the 3 karmas that Buddha taught us to do. Avoid doing all bad karmas. Do only good karmas and purify the mind. Purifying the mind is the best karma because you'll stop rebirth altogether. Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we'll go to New Zealand. Anura and Ramya have been away for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, that's right, Ajahn. So I was away for work and also been sick for a while. So, and also our daylight saving started 2 days ago. So now
it's even later now. Huh?
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah.
So we decided to wake up early to get some boost. So at this stage, I don't have any question, Ajahn. And Ajahn, I may have some later, but happy to listen and learn more.
How about Ramya?
Ajahn, I used the opportunity to meditate more when Anura was away. It was quite helpful.
Yeah. Meditation is good when you're alone. It's better when you're alone. No one to disturb you.
She had a personal retreat for 3-4 days. So that's good.
Good. Okay.
I'd like to ask about your opinion about listening to Dhamma discourses. Inspiring, but what is your opinion?
Well, listening to Dhamma discourses gives you 2 benefits, gives you inspiration and also give you knowledge of what you need to do whether you're doing what you're doing properly or not, correctly or not. So it's like looking at the roadmap. When you travel, you have to look at the map from time to time to make sure that you're on the right road, on the right path to your destination. But I prefer that you listen to talks from the masters, the living master or just recently deceased masters. Their talks are more relevant than the suttas. The suttas give you just a general picture of the path. But with the living masters, they give you more of the detail of what you should need to do, what you need to do and what you shouldn't be doing. So like listening to Dhamma talks by Long Ta Ajahn Mahabua. We try to post his teaching on the Facebook and YouTube page. You can just keep following it.
Yeah, we listen Ajahn Alwanta Mahabua's few discourses that was recorded just 2 years before he's passing away, Parinibbana. So that's so inspiring. Yeah.
If you couldn't find any video or audio, maybe you should read the books, the text instead. But you need to constantly be consulting with the Dhamma teaching in order to keep you on track and also give you the energy and inspiration to keep on continuing with your practice. You could not go without it. Only after you can leave it. You can leave it only after you get to your final destination. And you haven't got there yet. You have to keep consulting. And you have to know which type of Dhamma you want to. It depends on which level of practice you are in. If you're on Sila level, then you have to consult on the teaching on the Sila aspect. If you're on Samadhi, you want to consult or check on the Samadhi aspect. If you're on wisdom, then you have to consult or study the wisdom aspect to know that you are doing it properly, correctly.
The question, Tanaja, so focusing on wisdom means we should be.
Are you looking at the Ajahn aspect of everything that you are involved with, like your body or the worldly Dhamma, like wealth and fame and fortune or pleasure? These are all impermanent; they are all temporary. So you want to make sure that you don't forget and fall into the trap of being attached to them, because sooner or later one day it will be snatched away from you, and you must be able to exist without them.
Is it correct to say that we should focus on wisdom more after we develop more samadhi through meditation? So then it's much more beneficial.
They both go together alternatively. After you do contemplation, your mind might become tired, then you want to rest in samadhi. After you come out of samadhi, then you can do more contemplation or study, investigation. You have to. You need both of them. They're like your 2 feet. You need both feet to walk properly. If you only have 1 foot, you have to kind of limp or jump. So samadhi give the support when the mind becomes tired from doing investigation or contemplation. And you want to rest the mind in samadhi. After it has rested, then you come out and do more concentration, do more study. So that the wisdom or the truth of the body and everything else eventually sink into your mind and stay with your mind all the time. Every time you see your body, you see it as impermanent. You see it as being made up of the 4 elements. You see it as being the 32 parts of the body. If you can see the body like this, then you will not cling to it. You will not be attached to it. You'll be ready to let it go. With everything else, the body of your wife the same way, your house is the same way, your possession is the same way. Everything that we have, one day or later, we're going to have to give it all up. Because everything is temporary. Everything in this world is temporary. It doesn't belong to you forever. So this is what you want to keep remind yourself and prepare your mind to be able to accept this truth without having any qualms or any fear. If you know that you can be happy without these things, if you can have samadhi, you can always be happy without having to have anything. So if you haven't yet have enough samadhi, you will still need to cling to things, to people, to stay happy. But once you can meditate and always get into jhana, you can always be happy with meditation. Then you don't need to have anything to make you happy. So you need jhana to replace the other things for your happiness. If you have no jhana, then you cannot replace. We have nothing to replace. So you still have to cling to everything. And when you cling to things, you become worried, you become anxious, because you don't know how long they will be with you. So do a lot of meditation to get your jhana first. To be able to be happy without having to do anything else to keep you happy. Then you can let go of everything else. When you see that they are temporary possession, temporary happiness, not permanent happiness. They're not reliable. But the happiness from peace of mind is permanent. It's always reliable once you know how to get there. Okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Lima.
Thank you.
Lima, Peru. Celia, how are you? Cannot hear your voice. Something wrong with your microphone. Are you using headphone or not? Maybe you have to unplug it and speak. See if you can plug your microphone, your headphone, and speak directly to the computer. Or maybe when you enter the room, you didn't click the right icon or something, so the sound doesn't work. Look at the sound setting at the left corner. See if it's pointing at the right
Now,
microphone.
can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Hello, Prajan. Good evening. Yeah, it was quite some time that I didn't come. My practice had been a little bit not so good, but yeah, trying to put myself together now in this last week, and well, happy to listen to the questions of others. I don't have any questions today.
Yeah, just keep using mindfulness. Mindfulness is your main tool to keep your mind happy and calm. Without mindfulness, your mind can become reckless and become unwieldy, uncontrollable.
Yes, Prajan.
Keep practicing mindfulness from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, as much as possible, all the time. Then you can keep the mind intact, not go crazy, not go wild.
Yeah, totally. Thank you, Prajan.
Okay. We'll go to Malaysia. Philip.
Good evening, Ajahn. I don't have any questions tonight. Glad to be listening in to the questions.
Okay. Go to Sweden, to Julia. Haven't here for a while either. Where have you been?
Hi, Tanajan. I have been moving since I have been separating. So I moved into a new apartment, and I also rented out my new place and cleaned it out and so forth. So there has been a lot of practical things. I have been keeping up with the practice during this time, but I didn't have time to go to all the Q&As that I used to go to. So I still go to the Q&A with Ajahn Jeff, but I haven't been able to also catch up with this Q&A. But at least today I'm here.
Can you see the noble truth of suffering that you're going through right now?
Yeah, well, I can definitely see that there is a lot of dukkha going on still.
Yeah. Because of anicca, right? Because everything is anicca. Everything is impermanent. And anatta not under your control. Use this as an opportunity to study, to develop wisdom, so that you don't repeat the same mistake the next time.
Yes, I am definitely trying. So I've been trying to analyze what would make me fall into the same trap again. And I can see that there are two things that would cause me to do that. And one thing is safety, that I feel somehow unsafe in this situation when I'm living alone and so forth. So that is one thing. And the other thing is conceit. So the idea that, like, if you have someone who is a long-term partner, then you somehow feel that, there is the idea that this is boosting yourself somehow. So I have to kind of find the better self, the other self that sees that I have a value without having a partner.
Well, how can you rely on your next partner that your next partner will be better or good?
No, I can't. I mean, it's stupid. It's stupid, but I can see that these are the voices that still exist. So these are kind of the traps that I still go for, at least sometimes.
Yeah. Try to rely on yourself, rely on your meditation. It's more reliable. If you can meditate and be happy, then you don't need anything to make you happy.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm trying, but it's just, sometimes so for instance, I went to a monastery and I did meditation there, there is like a new becoming here, which I think is better actually, that I try to connect with a monastery. But then there are issues there, like for instance, this monastery is next to a huge road. So when we sit there and meditate, there's like shoo, 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 cars going all the time, which disturbs my meditation, and there's a clock in the meditation hall and so forth. So so this is what I'm grappling with.
Maybe better to do it at home, do it when you're alone. Do the meditation where you are at your own home.
And then do more perhaps generosity at the monastery.
Yeah, well, it depends on which place gives you better result, then you go to that place.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be without any practice. If you're at home, you should try to maintain a certain level of practice.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's the most important thing, like the daily practice. And I have been sticking to that, so I'm happy with that, at least.
Okay.
Thank you.
No question tonight?
No other specific question. I'm just coming here to kind of boost my general mood, I think. That was why I came today.
Okay. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I feel a little bit better.
Okay. I'll go to Singapore again, to Gary.
Good evening, Thanajan. Just a general question tonight. It's regarding, is there an age limit to ordination?
Is there what to ordination?
Is there an age limit?
Age limit.
Yeah.
Well, there's no what you call explicit age limit, but generally they prefer, the preference is to ordain when you're younger. It's easier for both the teacher and yourself. But the older you become, the harder for you to be taught. See, and also your age, your health can also become a problem as you grow older. Because being a monk, you have to be completely self-reliant on feeding, looking after your body. You have to go on arms round and do all kind of manual work like sweeping and cleaning. So it can be a little bit exhausting if you become for an older people. But there's no precise age limit. It depends on the teacher who will take you in. He will decide whether you are worth to be under his guidance or not.
I see. Because I've heard of ordination ceremony whereby the bhikkhu, being ordained is 58 years old. So I thought it's quite advanced in age for a monk.
It varies from individual. It varies from teachers to teachers also. So there's no certain standard,
Yeah. Then I suppose it also depends on the person's general health. Even at 58, if he's fit, probably there'll be a plus point to ordain him.
Yes, we have one monk here who ordained around over 70 years old. He ordained a few years back. He's almost 80 now, and he's still strong. He still go on arms round and eat once a day, eat in the bowl, and do all his menial work.
So I think he's got a very good part of me. Have a healthy body at 80 years old.
He's a doctor, so he knows how to look after his body.
I see. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Wales, to Diana, who also been away for a while. How have you been?
Been to Scotland, Ajahn, on holiday, I'm afraid.
For sensual pleasure.
I have children living in Edinburgh as well, so they came too. So it was good. It was good. To the mountains.
Yeah, but it's briefly, isn't it? Now it's all gone.
All gone. All
and
gone.
You're back to your old place.
And we met a man from Nepal who was a Sherpa, and he says the mountains in Scotland are like the foothills of the Himalayas, and his mountains, you can't see the top. Yes, but home again now and trying to do less but more.
Restart your practice. Okay.
So it's it gets taken over by busyness, and I know that's no good. So yeah, restarting. So thank you.
Okay, you have to set up a resolve what to do and not what not to do. And try to stick to your resolution. If you don't set up any resolution, any goals, then you don't feel you have to do anything when you don't feel like doing it. But once you have a goal, a resolution set, then when it's time for you to do it, you will have to do it, whether you feel like doing it or not. This is one way of pushing yourself on the path. And you have to set up a certain resolution, a certain goal, and try to stick with that.
Yes. Yes, every day.
Yeah, like a schedule. Get up, maybe you want to do meditation every morning after you get up, or do meditation every evening before you go to bed, for instance, and try to stick to it. And practice mindfulness right after you get up. Just keep
Yes.
watching your body. What is
Yes.
my body is doing now? It's lying down, it's sitting, it's standing, it's walking, it's brushing the teeth, and so forth. Just keep watching your body. Don't let your mind go think about everything that you don't need to think about.
Mm.
If you need to think, then stop watching your body. Stop what you're doing and think all you want, think all you need to think. And when you finish thinking, then you continue on watching your body. Or recite the mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto. This is the way of taking control over your mind. Normally your mind go on automatic mode. You let the mind go do whatever it likes to do, think whatever it likes to think. And that's why you can never calm it down, make it peaceful. So you want to take on the manual mode, take control of your mind by forcing it to recite Bhutto, Bhutto, or forcing it to watch the body.
I like when I'm walking to watch my body walk is really helpful to turn the whirlpools off.
Yeah, good. Keep trying. It might take a while before you can really get into it, but you have to start somewhere, right?
Thank you.
Okay. No question from you today?
No.
All right. I'll go to Alvin from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajahn. I don't have any question, just listening. Thank you.
Okay. How about Intan from Indonesia? Intan, how are you?
I'm fine, Long Po. Good evening, Long Po. Long Po, I will go to Wat Yan on November.
December.
November.
November, okay.
From 12th November until 25th.
Okay. Stay for 3 weeks, huh?
2 weeks, Long Po.
2 weeks, okay. Did you make reservation already?
What?
Did you make a reservation to stay at the temple?
Yes.
Okay. Good. I'll see you then when you come.
Thank you, Long Po.
You have any question?
Not today, Long Po. I just learning.
Okay. Good to see you.
Thank you, Long Po.
All right. I'll go to Toronto. I heard Toronto is the most expensive city in Canada to live in. How can you afford it?
It's yes, it's becoming like Sydney. I thought Sydney was expensive. I think Toronto is also becoming expensive. Can you hear us?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay. Yeah. So I think the house prices, everything is going up. So I decided to buy a lottery just in case yesterday. So my first lottery after so many years.
Who knows? You might end up being a millionaire.
But I'll donate it all.
Good, bad, who knows?
Just be careful.
It might be bad.
Don't become addicted to them, though. You can end up buying more and more.
Yeah.
He doesn't come to do groceries. For the first time he came to do groceries.
And I saw a lottery book.
Saw the lottery book.
And it was 46 million. I said, let's get one. Who knows?
He'll never bought one, I think. But anyway, yeah. Ajahn, I just want to say, I really like the question Ramya asked about listening to discourses, Dhamma talks. I know it's a roadmap, but I really like your answer too, because it's always, since of late, I've been listening mostly to talks from living masters, and they're so practical, so it's so much easier than just listening to a discourse, which it's very theoretical sometimes. And also when somebody with a lot of greed, hatred, delusion, and fear is like just reading something out, it's their thoughts, their views. So it's so much nicer to listen to
With less.
The talks from living masters and learn from them. So thank you so much for that advice. Yes.
Okay, good. Because they are more practical, they are more immediate, what they
Absolutely.
say. Yeah. Then listening to reading the Buddha discourses, sometimes they are so far away,
Yes.
2,500 years ago.
Yes, yes. And also when we read certain things, we don't understand. But sometimes when people, like Dhamma talks, they relate it according to their experiences. Like it's very difficult sometimes.
Depends on the wisdom, like what they have. Like if they have wisdom, they can explain it much better.
Yeah.
I guess that's because it's just a basic skeleton, the sutra. Like over time, it has survived, but it has more expansion. I think, as Indy says, it depends on who interprets.
Like
those.
when Arahat is explaining without any defilements, it's so much, he's done it, he's lived it. So it gives us so much inspiration to follow that.
I heard Ajahn Chah's teaching is quite simple and down to earth, and easily related, easily understandable. Have you ever heard or read Ajahn Chah's teaching?
Yes.
Yeah. We have a whole book set right here.
Yes, I like the one, the Still Pond. I think I may not say exactly it's translated into Sinhalese too. So
yeah, so you have a collection.
So yes, we read those books. Yes.
Yeah, this is nice. It's a beautiful, but I don't always read it. I just kind of showing it off. It's in the rack somewhere.
I like to read. I always like to read or listen to people who are more practical. It makes the journey so much easier. He likes theory a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a theory person. I don't know why. It's been all along. I just need to go to the sutra, to figure out. But maybe my mind is how.
No, the theory is good also to know, so that you know that the teachings of other teachers are not away from the theory.
It's good to have a map or driving a GPS to drive around. But if you just drive around, you might get lost. So it's not nice to have a GPS.
Wrong GPS.
Nowadays in a car,
So I pick his knowledge than Ajahn.
And sometimes, I pick her knowledge from practice. So I think, as you say, yin and yang, it works. Like both, I think we complement each other, hopefully. That's what I think is happening.
Okay, good.
The question about sound disturbing while you're meditating, I think somebody brought this up. I think it's an important thing. A lot of people have, I guess, at least at the beginning stages of meditation, a clock or a car going by or a dog barking on the side or something like that. And I think I think famous quote from Ajahn Chah, it's not the sound disturbing you, you're disturbing the sound. In other words, your mind going after the sound because of aversion. You create, so you hear a sound, your thought comes up, then you aversion. I don't like this. So you're expecting quiet. Then the mind goes into cycles of aversion, right? And then the meditation is lost at that point. Still you bring it back. So how to kind of bring back the mind back to the breath or let it go? I guess over time, maybe you attain some sort of bliss or protection from the jhanas, you're okay. Till then, it's a hard step. The sound is the mostly because your eyes are closed, you do not smell anything, you're not eating anything, you're not touching anything, you're just sitting there. And the sound is the big one, big defilement you have.
Well, just compared to the sound of thunder or lightning or rain, you don't mind them, right? Because there's nothing you can do about it. So try to think of everything like every sound like you're listening to the sound unnatural thing
Nature.
happening. Yeah, and let it happen. Let it be. Just leave it alone. Just accept them for what they are. Like you accept the sound of the rain, the sound of the thunder. So accept anything and then leave it alone.
That too will arise and pass away, right? But if you try to grab onto it, then you suffer through it.
If you set up a goal of silence, of quiet, then you'll be in trouble, because in the real world you cannot have this ideal condition in which there's no sound. There'll be sound. Let the sound be, and just leave it. Just try to accept them for what they are.
So jhana, in other words, give you a complete protection. I think it is said in a sutra called Nagara Sutra, or the fortress. It's like a well-protected fortress. So the beings inside the fortress, the people don't have to go outside the fortress, because there are 4 types of food what they really need compared to 4 jhanas. They have the greens, they have the grains, they have the medicine, and they have the food to eat. So the 4 jhanas. So we don't need to go outside the city for looking for sensual pleasures. In other words, mind is well guarded, protected. So you can always dip inside your mind to feed through the jhanas.
Yes, the jhanas give you contentment, give you fulfillment, so you don't need to go look for other things. There is no love, hate, or delusion or fear when you have jhana.
So at that stage, you don't really, sound does not bother you anymore. Anyway, because you are pleasurable states of mind. You're enjoying the state of experience of the mind, of pleasures of jhana. So, does it?
Your connection is
temporary or time, obviously. Does it replaces the sensuality temporary? It's also created. It is constructed. Jhana too. It's not permanent. It comes and goes. I mean, it depends on when you sit, you construct it.
Yes, it's a replacement of sensual pleasure. It also, the reason why it replaces sensual pleasure, because it stops the sensual craving from arising in the mind. So when there's no cravings of sensual pleasure, you don't need to have sensual pleasure.
So this pleasure is much higher and also can achieve at will anytime you want. Like it's a matter of practice, I guess. So therefore, sensuality becomes less and less appealing. So nibbida virajati. So you don't have disenchantment to the sensuality at times. Over time, right. I guess gets better and better.
And when you see with wisdom that sensual pleasures are, in the end, just dukkha, then you don't want to have anything to do with it. Okay, I think your picture freeze. Maybe you.
Compared to a dog licking a bone without any flesh. It just went. The internet. So it's kind of compared Buddha by a dog licking a bone, not much flesh. It's just keep licking. That's it. At the end, the sensual pleasures are compared to
like that. Yeah, just like bones, not meat. Meat is jhana.
Yeah. There's lots of metaphors, beautiful ones, but it's interesting how.
So you need mindfulness to get into jhana.
Mindfulness. So the mindfulness, daily practice of mindfulness, like focusing on what you do, what you like, even with the patient, I'm totally mindful of what he's saying, his history. I think that's also very helpful, because the problem is if you're trying to solve the problem before listening to the patient's history, that I might miss a key part of his history. So sometimes mindfulness in daily use is also useful, more than your meditation, your daily activity as well, right? Being in the present with whatever you're hearing, whatever you're doing. It's hard, but can be slowly practiced, I guess, can be done.
Yes, the Buddha said mindfulness is essential in every activity that you do, whether worldly or spiritual. You need to have mindfulness.
So the famous saying, you can walk and chew gum at the same time, is not correct. Either you can chew gum or you can walk. Be mindful. You can't do two things at the same time. Be mindful.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't chew gum, so I cannot say.
It's just a joke.
The goal with right mindfulness is to stop thinking. That's the goal of
Yes.
mindfulness. You can be mindful and you still think, then this is not right mindfulness.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's Sabba Sankhara Samadaya. All thought processes do stop. You have because there's no avijja anymore. So avijja pacha sankhara does not happen there. So the first step is it's stop. Like so sabbas or visankhara gatanchita. That's the different Pali terms. So in other words, there is no spontaneous arising of thoughts, like no random thoughts. The mind's empty, like shunya.
Yes, you replace avijja with mindfulness, which is Dhamma. With mindfulness, you can stop sankhara, stop vijnana, stop everything. The whole process will come to a stop temporarily with mindfulness. But with wisdom, you will stop the whole process permanently.
Completely. Sadhu, I think Indy is nudging me. I'm asking too many questions, so I think I'm stopped now.
Okay, it's good. Good for other people to listen, to hear.
Sadhu,
Thank you so much, Tana
Okay.
Jan. And
Keep
you
on
take good
practicing.
care of this.
Keep on practicing.
We will do. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll go to Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo. Alfredo from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Hi, Bante.
How are you?
Okay.
Happy or sad?
Happy. Samavayama.
Okay.
Good things to my mind.
What makes you happy? What makes you happy? What makes you happy?
What makes me happy?
Yeah.
Samavayama, Bante.
Samavaya. Okay. Right. Except what do you do with your samavaya? Mindfulness?
Right
or what?
effort.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good things. I don't know what. I meditate in forest at afternoon. It's very good. At night, a lot of vagalumes. What vagalumes in English? Do you know vagalumes? Vagalumes is light. Have a light.
Light.
A mosquito.
Mosquito. Okay.
Mosquito have a light.
I see. What you call?
At night, the light of mosquitoes turn on. What?
I think they call fireflies. I think fireflies.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good vision. But my meditation is a little out of samsara, but it's separate.
When you meditate, you get your mind out of samsara temporarily.
Yes, temporary.
Yeah.
Yes. Sakaya Ditti, Bante?
Well, temporarily get rid of Sakaya Ditti, but not permanently. You need wisdom to get rid of Sakaya Ditti permanently.
Yes. Well, more meditate, more Sakaya Ditti, Bante?
More meditation, more Sakaya Ditti.
Yes. Help to.
More meditation will give you less Sakaya Ditti, not more.
Oh. Yes.
Sakaya Ditti is wrong view. See, when you meditate, you stop this wrong view.
Yes.
Okay, stay happy, Alfredo. See you again next time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The word not incentive me, but the word not have a good word for me, but I not happiness from the word. I happiness from the practice. Practice,
Good.
I happiness.
That's right. Practice give you the result.
Yes, practice is happiness for me.
Okay, keep on practicing.
Thanks, bunch. Thanks.
Okay, I'll go to Emily now. Emily, where are you from?
Hello, Prajan. Actually, I live in Hong Kong, but I'm from Taiwan. And in the past, this year in April 1st, my friends and I, 5 of us, we went to Wat Yen and we went to pay respect to you. It's nice to see Prajan here. Thank you for having me here.
Okay, you have any question?
Yes, Prajan, actually, yesterday I came across to one of your teachings, but it was in Tasa Thai, and my Thai is not very good. So today I thought, oh, you have a Zoom class, so I thought it's better to come in and ask to clarify, because I think there was some a Thai devotee was asking about Tua Ru and Sati, if they are the same thing, and I just want to know and make sure if they are. I just want to know whether Tua Ru is it knower, like in English, and then is it like the same thing as Sati, and then how do we practice? Thank you.
Well, like I said, Tolu is the knower or the knowing, the mind. Why Sati is mindfulness.
Okay.
Mindfulness is the one that will direct the mind, the Tolu, to know something specifically and not let it go follow all the thoughts. So without mindfulness, the Tolu or the knower will just keep following the various thought that comes up. And then react to them when they come up, good and bad. Sometimes have good reaction and sometimes bad reaction. This is without mindfulness. But when you develop mindfulness, then you force the mind to only stay focused on one object, such as the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto. This is mindfulness. So that the mind can then, the knower can then select the right kind of thing it can get to know. Right now, I just let the thought creating all sorts of things for it to know, and these thoughts are usually driven by defilement or kilesa, and they tend to bring bad thoughts to the mind, make the mind unhappy. So you need mindfulness to stop this bad thought, this thought. Without mindfulness, the thought will just run freely. So mindfulness is the tool to stop the bad thoughts. All the thought, not just the bad, the bad and the good thought also. First, you want to stop all thoughts, because when all thoughts are stopped, your mind becomes peaceful and happy. Then all will become peaceful and happy. And then you want to teach the thought to think in the way that will make the knower happy all the time. By teaching the thought to think of letting go of things, because everything is not permanent. Everything is temporary. If you have attachment to them, you can become sad when you lose them. So this is what mindfulness or sati is. It is the tool to prevent the mind from thinking. You can stop the mind from thinking. We call it breaking of the thought. If you want to stop thinking, you need mindfulness to stop it. Is this good enough explanation?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Prajan. Thank you.
Okay. We'll go to Evie now, from Medan, Indonesia. How are you, Evie?
Fine, Ajahn. Today, no question.
No questions. Happy? Are you happy?
Sometimes happy, sometimes not happy. Yeah. Anicca, then Ajahn, it's anicca.
Yeah, your mindfulness is anicca. It's not constant.
Sometimes happy, sometimes worry, sometimes suffering, but this all will be past. Happy will pass, Not happy will pass. Worry will pass. Everything is past.
Except yourself, you don't pass away.
Yeah, because I I will pass away. Still living. Yeah, every condition is past. Nah?
Your body will pass away, but you who use the body doesn't pass away.
Yeah.
You are the mind, the knower. You don't die with the body. You continue on to a good realm or to a bad realm, depend on your good and bad karma.
Depend in our thinking also, Ajahn.
Well, your thinking is good or bad karma. See? When you think good, you're doing good karma. When you think bad, you're doing bad karma. So think good. The Buddha said you should think of anicca, dukkha, anatta. This is good thinking. Everything is anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Sometimes I feel life is not easy. Very not easy. When we are happy, not to over happy, because the happy will pass also, and changing to maybe suffering. And when we suffering, we just hope quick to pass. And when we happy, we just hope the happiness will long lasting. That
That's
is
right.
impossible.
You should not rely on this happiness. You should use another type of happiness. The happiness you get from meditation. This is long lasting.
But it's still hard to that stage, that long lasting happiness.
You have to train yourself. You have to train yourself in meditation. It's like learning how to swim. When you first start swimming, you find it difficult to swim. But if you keep practicing swimming, eventually you can swim easily. Same way with meditation. You have to keep training yourself in meditation. And eventually you'll find meditation is easy for you. You can do it anytime, anywhere you want to.
Depend on our activity actually, because when we do activity and we met people and we do everything in this day, and it will repeat when we meditation, it like pops up, and make me it's difficult to focus.
Yes, you don't have enough mindfulness. You have to train yourself on mindfulness first. Try to recite Bhutto, Bhutto all day long.
All day long. All day long. Wow.
What's so hard about what's so hard about repeating one word, Bhutto? You're not lifting something heavy or something, You're not lifting something heavy. But you think about other things all day long, you could think. But you cannot think on just one word.
The stupidity is still inside. So what can I do? The stupidity is still inside here.
Well, you just have to do it, that's all. Just keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto. Tomorrow, as soon as you get up, start reciting Bhutto before you do anything else. Okay, see how long you can last with Bhutto.
Maybe 15 minutes.
Second, 15 seconds maybe. Not 15 minutes, maybe 15 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I will try it. I will meditate after with Zoom.
Yeah,
I will meditate.
You have to make an effort. Tell yourself from now on, when I get up in the morning, the first thing I will do is Bhutto, Bhutto.
Yeah, I still meditate every day until now. Every morning, every night sometimes. But every morning I do. Actually, I do.
But
every day.
without mindfulness, it's useless. You
Mm,
meditate without mindfulness, you're not getting anything from your meditation.
yeah.
You have to meditate with Bhutto, or with Anapanasati, watching your breath.
Yeah.
Not just sitting there and thinking, not just sitting there and thinking about this and that, and telling yourself you're meditating. This is not meditating.
Better than I sleep, Ajahn. I still do. I try to do every day. Better than I sleep.
Okay, good luck to you.
Yeah, Ajahn. Thank you.
Now go to Belinda, Singapore.
Happy listening to everyone's sharing.
Okay.
Just yeah, we fail and we start again. Fail, we start again. Good to be here.
Okay, good. I'll go to Pennsylvania now, to Erie, Pennsylvania. Somchai, still working. Somchai, can you hear me? Okay, we'll skip Somchai and go to question from Facebook and email. Do we have any question tonight?
Namaskaran Ka. Yes, we have 7 questions altogether so far. The first 4 questions are from the assistant email. The first question is from Mario from Mexico. In history, we have been having many Buddhas. How can we benefit from them? Can they lend a hand if we ask, or can they protect us?
They cannot protect us or lend a hand. They can only teach us what to do. If we follow his teaching, then his teaching will then make us happy and not sad. That's all he could do.
The next 3 questions are from Samanji from Sri Lanka. Panya in Pali means wisdom. What is Panya in Buddhism?
Same thing. Buddhism and Pali is synonymous. Buddhism uses Pali as the language, and Panya means wisdom or common sense.
The next question. Jhanas are also called states of concentration. Could you explain what the 9 jhanas are?
Well, the 9 jhanas, you can find the details in Google. Just search for Google. In Google, search for the 9 jhanas. I cannot give you all the details, but there are different levels of concentration, that's all.
The last question from Samanji is Buddhism a religion or a philosophy? I often hear many non-Buddhists referring to Buddhism as a philosophy, not a religion.
It is a teaching. It's a teaching of the Buddha. They teach us how to get rid of all our mental suffering, such as stress, depression, anxiety, worry, and fear, for instance.
The next question is from Nilmini from Sri Lanka. Venerable Ajahn, can you please explain more about the 5 khandhas, Rupa, Nama, which is with Anicca, Dukkha, and Anatta?
Rupa and Nama means Rupa is the body, Nama is the mind. And within the mind, there are 4 functions or abilities called Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. With the ability to feel is called Vedana. The ability to think is called Sankhara. The ability to perceive is called Sanya. And the ability to connect with the body, the 5 sensual organs of the body, is called Vijnana. And this is how the body connects. The mind connects to the body through the ability of Vijnana. Vijnana will connect the mind to the eyes, ear, nose, tongue of the body, so that it can receive information from the sensual objects, such as form, sound, smell, taste, and tactile objects. This is how the 5 khandhas or Nama, Rupa are connected. And all of them are all under the law of the three characteristics of existence. The body is anicca, it is temporary, it rises and it will cease one day. So the four namakanda, they rise and cease, they keep changing all the time. Vedana, feeling will change from good to bad, from bad to good, to neutral. Sankhara will keep thinking about this and thinking about that. Perception is the same way. And the same way with vijnana, that keep receiving various types of information from the body. So everything is in a state of flux. Everything is constantly moving, changing. This is what I mean by anicca, change, not permanent, not ever the same, keep changing.
The next question is from Lee Tek Hua. Hi, Ajahn. My mother passed away last Wednesday on the 20th of September. She was 88 years old. All this while, I had a strong fear of losing her as I was very close to her. Now that it's happened, do you have any advice for me on how I should carry on with my life, especially on how to calm my mind down? Thanks.
Well, just stop thinking about her because she's already gone. And if thinking about her makes you sad, then you should stop thinking about her. Every time you start to think about her, start reciting the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto, until you stop thinking about her. Because if you let your mind think about her every time, you will feel sad. And it's not good for you to think about her and make you feel sad. But if later on, if you think about her and think about the good things she done for you, and you feel happy, then you could think about her. But right now, if you think about her and makes you feel sad, then you should not think about her. Think about something else, like Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto.
And the last question is from Pauline Soon. How is the difference to meditate samatha and anapanasati?
It's the same thing. Anapanasati is the practice of samatha. Samatha means making the mind calm, making the mind peaceful. And you need, in order to make the mind peaceful, you need anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, mindfulness of breath. Watch your breath at the tip of your nose coming in and going out without letting your mind go thinking about other things. If you can focus and concentrate and continue on like this, sooner or later your mind will become peaceful and calm.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. We have some more time left. If anybody would like to ask any question. Okay, Belinda, you raise your hand first now. Belinda first. Go ahead.
Ajahn, earlier, I think PL and the Toronto couples, they were talking about Ajahn Chah's teaching. There's this teaching that Ajahn Chah, a lady is very angry and then she couldn't control her anger, so she was very upset after an outburst. So she asked Ajahn Chah how to overcome. So Ajahn Chah asked her, when you're angry, are you able to stop it? So she can't. And then Ajahn Chah said, then the anger doesn't belong to you. If it belongs to you, you could stop it. It's just like all other emotions, it comes. So for the very first time when I read this, it was very helpful to see the anatta. It's nothing is beyond. Some things are just, it's just, it can go beyond our control, especially when our mindfulness is not yet well developed. It's still in progress. So as such, not to give up and not to make the excuse that we can't control that, therefore we give up on that. So I think we fail and we start again. So I like, I hope Ajahn can comment or advise me on this.
Well, you cannot control because you don't know how to control your anger yet. But if you practice and you have the tools such as wisdom and mindfulness, then you can control your anger. Because anger is caused by your cravings or your expectation. So if you don't want to get angry, then don't have any expectation, don't have any cravings. And you won't get any angry. You won't get any anger. See, when you expect something and it doesn't turn out the way you expect it, you become angry, right? Or you crave for something and you cannot get what you crave for, then you get angry. So if you stop craving, stop expecting, then you won't have any anger coming. But if you already have anger, and how you just stop it? Well, the Buddha said, use loving kindness. You have to forgive the person that makes you angry. That's all. Can you forgive? Forgive and forget. And then the anger that you have will disappear.
That is true. When the mind forgives, the peace comes immediately. And when that peace comes, and I realize that there's attachment to feeling good again, I get trapped into like how I like to be treated. So as someone says sorry and then I forgive, and if I don't hear someone say sorry, then I would keep talking about it, like what should be or what shouldn't be. Or sometimes I just suppress my emotion, like it's like a denial, It's still, there are thoughts, unless like Ajahn say we put it Buddha, or we mantra, we just temporarily, or stay away, knowing that the anger is coming from within. People can do anything they want to. And then sometimes by reasoning out, we may not get what outcome or expect how the person treat us. And then the cycle proliferate again. So I do find that when I forgive, I fall into the trap of letting my guard down. So maybe there's an error where there's a sense of wanting to protect the sense of self. So yeah, and then there's some cycle that is trapped inside. So when I forgive, I get peace. But then I let my guard down again. And then I feel I trap into the same cycle again. Like, so when it comes, it's too fast for me to, the habit that is so deeply ingrained, and like, and then when I speak politely, and then the person starts to be rude, and then that sankhara, the habit comes again. So
well, you just have to keep trying and try, and learn from your mistakes. Try not to repeat the same mistakes again. That's all you can do. Okay, we have some other people waiting.
Okay, just one last question, Ajahn.
Okay.
Yes, about self-appreciation. Appreciating the self for the time being. Like, if I find it like, if I'm not being appreciated, then I learn to practice self-appreciation.
That is also wrong. You shouldn't appreciate yourself, because there's no self. Yourself is a delusion in the first place. You shouldn't expect any appreciation from yourself. Okay, appreciation is something that happens when something happened to you, and somebody do something good to you, then you should appreciate that.
Yes.
For instance, but if I don't know why you want to have self-appreciation. I don't understand.
Okay, because
does it make you feel good when you have self-appreciation?
I think we get a lot of criticism from outside,
and
then the scary part is we criticize ourselves, and we there's the habit of being critical or being very harsh for making mistakes or things like that. And I feel that the scary part is not able to self-forgive. I can't forgive my own mistakes, and that's a sense of self that is proliferating, Ajahn. There's also a sense of self, like want to be mindful and things like that. So there's still a self, like
you have the wrong approach to your problems. See, the more you put yourself into it, then the harder for you to solve the problem. The problem is that you have to accept things as they come to you, People can criticize you or praise you. This is not something you can do anything about. And just let people criticize you. So the problem is you don't want them to criticize you. That makes you feel bad, and then make you start to think about self-examination and so forth. You don't need to do this. But the problem is not yourself. The problem is people who criticize you. And your problem is not being willing to accept the criticism, that's all. So just try to learn to accept criticism, because they are like thunder and lightning. You cannot stop thunder and lightning. So you cannot stop people from criticizing you. And whether you are according to what they say or not, that's another problem. That's another thing. If they tell you, if they criticize you, and if the truth, they say that you are bad, then okay, accept it, and then try to change yourself. That's all. Okay, understand?
Yeah, it's the trap. Maybe also Ajahn say like, I wanting approval, and then doing things to please people. So that's like, like even listening to the mother, what the mother say or the parents say, trying to be obedient, Ajahn. It's the cycle that
you have too much. You have too much ego. You have too much self. This is the problem. That's why the Buddha said you should lower yourself down and become a servant. Think of yourself as a servant to everybody. Then you won't have any problem. Your problem is you want to be the masters to everybody else. So whenever they criticize you or say something bad to you, you became angry at them. Because I am the master, how can you criticize me? Think of the opposite. Think of yourself as being a servant. Then everybody can criticize me because I'm the servant.
Would that be like, if I think that's okay? The Buddha said this with superior, inferior is also a trouble. It all traps in the sense of me. So if somebody criticizes me and I believe, and then I become inferior, it's I become inferior, like that,
No, I don't mean in that sense, Lord. I mean that you should think yourself as being a queen. You think yourself as being a servant. A servant will accept anything from anybody. That's all. That's what it all means. Lower your ego. Don't be untouchable. You should be touchable like a servant. So what if people say you're bad? Let them say it. The truth is whether you're bad or not doesn't depend on what they say. Okay, we have to go to some other people.
Okay, now. Thank you. I will listen again. Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
Go to Pia and Paula first, since you raised your hand.
Bhante, it's a side question. I don't think it's that important, but I'll ask anyway. There are some things in people talk about, people say that lay people cannot be an arahat. In other words, there are instances in sutra texts, like special cases like Bahya Darichira, but they say, what I heard from is either you die after 7 days or you have to become a monk. Is there any reason behind this? People talk about, I don't know whether some monks even talk about it. I haven't found this in a sutra text, but have you heard anything like this in your Thai tradition?
No, just believe out of the fact that a couple of a lay person became arahant and died within 7 days. Like the father of the Buddha died within 7 days before. He became arahant 7 days before he passed away. So they say if he had become a monk, he would continue living, which is, hogwash. He died because of his body no longer can sustain life anymore, not because he became an arahant.
Got it.
Okay, and another instance is Bahia. I think Bahia also became an arahant and got run over by a bull or something.
Bull, yeah.
Okay, and so he's a lay person, so he didn't become ordained within 7 days, so he died. This is a hogwash. This is all
okay.
misinterpretation of the fact.
Yes, I thought so, but I just thought I'll clarify from you because I couldn't find anywhere. It says
No.
anywhere in the text,
No,
but
there's no anywhere in the text. Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go to some other participant first. So, okay, who has come into the room? Trevor first. How are you, Trevor? Still in Nova Scotia?
Oh, hi. Yes, I'm still here, and I'm sorry I was late getting to the meeting. I didn't think I was. I just thought I was just going to be kept off to the side. But thank you for finding me.
Yeah,
And,
I saw you came in early and then you disappeared from the screen.
Yes, I was late, and then I had to do something, so I put the phone in my pocket.
I see.
But I've been listening intently, and I feel I'm learning a great deal. This has been a fabulous meeting. I have nothing good to report, or bad for that matter.
No news
boat,
is good news. No news is good news.
yes, the boat is floating now, and I hope to get the mast up and put the sails on and go for a sail this weekend. That's all I have. That's all I have to report. It has been my priority of late, but it'll only be another couple of weeks, and I'll be back home, and I'm going to change my priorities at that time.
Happy sailing.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
good.
and
Yeah.
bless you.
Good
Thank
to
you.
see you. I saw
Good to see you.
Jordan came in early on and he's gone now, but he was here early on.
I think he's still there. I think he has his hand up, and
I see. Okay, I'll look for him later.
okay. Thank you.
Good. I'll go to Somchai from Pennsylvania. Somchai, you also been away for a while.
Good evening, sir. Sawasdee Chan Pajan. Been for a while. I didn't come to see, and I just kind of do something else. It's they call what? I forgot what they say there, but it's what's in Thai name is said Kilet.
Defilement, kilesa.
I
They
just
call
sat
it kilesa.
that for a while. Then finally, I said that's not a good way to do and not a good way to go. And I once a while on Saturday, Sunday, I saw you go like a bintabat, like a bowl in the morning. I saw that all the time. I said, I think in my mind, I said, I better go back to that. I think I better happy to do that better than instead gonna go all around it, mean nothing. So it's a meditate and also Putto at night. I use that. It worked out for me fully well about that, and I still doing it. And it's apply 5 precept. It's seem to be I lost one somehow. Either one of those things. So I try to not miss them too much. So that's all I report for right now. I'm gonna go back to the better student again. Go back to school.
Okay, don't be naughty. Okay.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
good to see you.
Thank you,
Go to
sir.
Jordan now. Are you riding in a car?
Good evening, Tanajan. I am on the bus, actually. I've been on my way down to Ajahn Dick's monastery in Virginia from Toronto. So
on the bus?
I'm on the bus. I've been on the bus for almost 35 hours now.
35 hours. Yeah.
2 nights
Long
in
trip.
a row
It's
sitting.
a long trip, huh?
Yeah.
Good. Are you very close now? It must be, you know?
Very close. I'll be arriving around noon in a town near there, and then someone from the monastery is coming to pick me up.
I think it's called
So-
Lexington. I think Lexington or something.
Yes. So
Good. How long you expect to stay there?
I'm going to stay for 2 weeks. I have never been before, so I'm very excited to to be there and to meet Ajahn Dick.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's all I have to report really, but I won't see you for a couple of weeks, and
Okay.
very happy
good.
I got to
Yeah.
see you today.
Hope you find peace and improvement in your practice.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I'll go to Sri and check now from Vancouver. Vancouver is the second or most expensive city in Canada.
I don't know, Ajahn. Maybe most expensive. I'm not sure. But I don't live. We live like in outside of Vancouver, like
On the suburb.
Yeah,
So it's not
45.
as expensive like in the city, in the center, town center.
Yeah, we live like 45 minutes away.
What's the name of the place you stay?
Coquitlam.
Quitlam.
Coquitlam.
Coquitlam.
Yeah, it is. I think indigenous name.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Native.
Indigenous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So how's everything? Okay.
Yes. Still having fake happiness, not real happiness like Ajahn.
Yeah, Julia said she received the books and you sent it to her.
She received the Dhamma books.
Yeah, the Dhamma books. I
Okay.
think she's in here somewhere. But
Maybe she turned off her video.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us know.
So you have anything to say tonight?
No.
No. But that's just one thing. Sanya also is a memory, right? It's a perception, but you keep.
Yeah, memory and perception. You can remember through sanya, and you can perceive what you see or hear as being what or what. When you see a picture, it's the sanya will tell you whether you're seeing a picture of a man or a woman or an animal, for instance. This is the function of sanya. And then it restores this perception inside itself as a memory. So next time you see somebody, you remember right away, you recall, oh, I've seen this person before. So this is sanya, function of sanya. While vinyana just receive the sensual objects, it doesn't process anything. It's like a connector. Yeah. Vinyana receive the things you see with your eyes, things you hear with your ears, and then it's sent through vinyana to the mind, and the mind uses sanya to process what this picture is, what this sound is. And once it had processed, then feeling will arise. When you see good picture, you have good feelings. When you see bad picture, you have bad feelings. When you hear good sound, you have good feeling. When you hear bad sound, you have bad feeling. So this is the work of feeling. When you have feelings, then you have sankhara. You start to think, what should I do with this thing I see or hear? If it's good, then I should buy it, right? If it's bad, you should throw it away. This is the work of sankhara. And then you get cravings. When you have feeling, then sankhara will be the one to produce craving, whether to have or not to have. This is the function of sankhara, which is craving for something or craving for not for something not. Yeah. And then when you have cravings, you have attachment. See? You like these pictures, you want to have this picture all the time. If somehow this picture disappears, then you go to buy a new picture to replace the old picture. And this causes you to have becoming. Becoming is when you have no body to access all these sensual objects, then you look for a new body. So you get a rebirth, new body. So you get birth, then you get aging, sickness, and death. Okay, this is all working in your mind right now and your body together. The body receive all the sensual objects, and then the vijnana send these sensual objects to the mind to be processed by sanya. Once it's being processed, then feeling arise. And when feeling arise, then craving will arise through sankhara. If you don't have wisdom, you see things as being good and you want to have it. But if you have wisdom, the Buddha will teach you to see that everything is bad for you, bad for the mind. So you shouldn't have any cravings for any objects at all. If you can stop your cravings, then you won't have any attachment, then you won't have any becoming, then you won't have any rebirth. So the problem right now is your mind is being processed by avijja, ignorance, not knowing the three characteristics of existence. So you have to keep teaching your mind that everything you see, feel, or touch are all anicca, dukkha, anatta. Okay.
And then you're talking about the dependent origination. Right?
Yeah, it's just this is how the mind works, and how the mind and the body works together. Every day, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, this is dependent origination all day long, without revealing itself that this is dependent origination.
All day long, we
as soon as you get up, as soon as you open your eyes, as soon as you start to receive sensual objects, then you start to process this thing. And then you start to have craving for these things.
And Ajahn, when we pass away, so like
the process stops temporarily because there is no body. So there's no processing of the sensual objects. But then the mind can continue on with the stored objects, with the stored in the memory, and use the memory to create more craving and desire, create feelings and craving and desire, craving and attachment.
And they come from sanya.
From sanya, from your good and bad karma. See? They are stored in your sanya. If you do good karma, you store good information. So you have good dreams, good experience, good feelings. When we call this heaven. And if you store bad karma, then you have bad experience, bad dreams. We call this apaya. This we call lower realms of existence. And then eventually you'll get a new body. Then you restart the dependent origination again with birth of the body. But without the body, you rely on your good and bad karma to create experiences for you to experience. Good or bad experience depend on your good or bad karma. When you're in a spiritual world, when there's no body, when the mind is without the body, the good and bad karma will take over the creating the experience for the mind to experience in terms of good dreams and bad dreams. It's not real. When you're dreaming, you thought you're in the real world, right? You only realize after you wake up that, oh, that was a dream. But when you were in the dream, you didn't know that you were in a dream.
Yeah.
You thought it was real, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the same way now, we are in a dream with the body. Everything is real. You only wake up when you become enlightened. You say, oh, everything is just a dream. All my experiences are all dreams. When your mind enters into jhana, then you see that everything is just a dream. Everything that happens and disappears, they are all like dreams, right? When you enter in jhana, you enter into emptiness, no dream, no experience. Then you can summarize summarize that everything, that all experiences are illusion or dreams. So it's better not to have any dreams, because if you have good dreams, when you lose it, you become sad, and when you have bad dreams, you become sad also. So it's better not to have any dreams. So I have to keep practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness will stop the mind from creating dreams.
The
And
Buddha
create, and create emptiness in the mind.
Hey, Ajahn, when we are mindful, will we stop sanya?
Sanya Sankara, you stop all the nama khandha. You're slowly doing it. It takes a long while because you can stop it, because Sanya Sankara Vijnana is like a race car. It's going at 200 miles an hour. And when you apply mindfulness, it's like just stepping on the brake at once. It won't stop right away.
Okay.
You have to keep stepping on the brakes until eventually the race car will stop. But it takes a while, maybe half a mile or a mile before you can stop the car, right?
Yes.
The same way, before you can enter into jhana, you have to apply mindfulness continuously for a long time. You can expect to sit down and use mindfulness and expect to enter the jhana right away.
Yeah.
Besides, you don't have enough mindfulness anyway to stop it in the first place.
Yeah. Well, you can stop a little bit. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to experience what the Buddha and all his noble disciples experienced, you have to start with mindfulness. Start applying the brakes on your mind, on your thoughts, on your nama khandhas. On your body. So when you meditate, you sit still, right? You stop your body from moving, and then you stop the mind from moving with mindfulness.
Stop the body.
Everything has to become still before the mind will become empty. Okay, we're running out of time, so I have to go. We have some other people waiting, I think. Let me see. Who else? Ricardo, you came in from Uruguay. How are you, Ricardo?
Hi, Ajahn. Nice to see you
Yeah, good
again.
to see you too.
Well, my health is not good. I have a micro stroke on my brain, but I'm getting better now. So I hope to join you more often. But I'd like to be with you again. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, you should apply wisdom so that you won't feel bad.
Yes.
You have to accept it as this is part of the natural process of the body.
Yes.
Aging, sickness, and death. If you can accept
Yes.
it, then you don't feel any suffering. Yeah? If you resist and you want your body to be young and well, like when you were young, then you might be disappointed.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is the working of you're watching the Fourth Noble Truth now, the Four Noble Truths.
The first one.
Manifesting itself to you now. So you need the fourth one to deal with it. Wisdom, the path, the magga. Wisdom,
right.
See things as they are. See the body as anicca, anatta, not yourself, not under your control.
Yeah, true.
If it's gonna get sick, let it get sick. If you can treat it, treat it. If you cannot treat it, just then let it be.
Yes.
One day you have to lose this body anyway, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
If you can accept this, then you won't have no fear, no sadness, no suffering, no stress.
True. Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
Hope you get well, though. Okay. Hope for the best.
Thank you.
But expect the worst. This is the motto of our Buddhist practitioners should use. Hope for the best, but expect the worst. Expect the truth. Expect the truth. And the truth is anicca, impermanent.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Okay, good to
Thank
see you.
It's good to see you too. Thank you.
All right, we have some more questions from Kunjuk, right?
Yes, we have three. Yes, we have three questions that came in. The first two are from Nilmini from Sri Lanka. When we do vipassana, body rupa khanda comes first because we feel the body first, then the Vedana khanda arising. Venerable Ajahn, is this the correct way to do the meditation?
No, well, meditation really means to calm your mind. This is called samatha bhavana. First, you have to calm your mind before you can go to the next level, which is to develop wisdom. So when you first meditate, you have to learn how to calm your mind first. And this you need to have something to focus your mind with, like your breath or mantra, in order to stop your mind from thinking and become calm and peaceful and happy. Once you have a calm and peaceful mind, then you can study the nature of the body first. See that the body is also temporarily anicca, anatta, no self, not under anybody's control. It's going to get old, get sick, and die. And you have to accept this if you don't want to have any dukkha. So this is the next level of practice. But the first level is to first calm your mind first. Get into jhana first. If you could not get into jhana yet, you will not have the ability to accept the truth of the body. You will not be able to accept that the body will get old, get sick, and die. You will try to resist. And when you try to resist, you are creating suffering or dukkha in your mind. Okay, this is my brief answer to your question.
The second question from Nilmini is, while doing day-to-day work, sometimes we're suffering and sometimes happy. So if we're mindful, can we do vipassana at that time too? Because everything looks like anicca, dukkha, and anatta.
It's up to you. If you can do it, it's good. If you can see everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta, then you shouldn't feel bad.
And the last question is from Karis. Dear Ajahn, does it mean that anyone who wants to achieve the jhana stage should go on long and continuous practice of mindfulness? And without that, is it impossible to attain the appana samadhi?
That's right. Unless you already have mindfulness strong enough to enter to jhana as soon as you meditate. But if you cannot enter into jhana, it means you don't have enough mindfulness yet. So you have to need to have a period of time in which you can be alone and develop mindfulness all the time, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. Well, looks like we have a few more minutes left. If anybody would like to ask any more questions, you can still raise your hand and unmute your microphone. Okay. Since nobody raised your hand, so we'll call this meeting to an end. Thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting will enhance your understanding of the Buddha's teaching and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay happy, stay mindful, and keep continuing practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you,
Thank you so much,
Ajahn.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
For the host.